right, good morning, everybody. All right, here we go. All right, so here we have a ginormous infomercial about why you want to be a member of SWAAAE and SWAAAE. So are you guys aware of all the benefits and privileges you're entitled to with SWAAAE and SWAAAE? Are you? No, all right, thank you very much. Do you know the tools that are at your disposal? Anybody? No? Yes? All right. There's perks. Yes, lots and lots of perks. But wait, there's even more. So we have three, count it, 1, 2, 3, esteemed panel members that you all know. So I'm not going to write out and talk about a boring little biography and who they are, what they know, because I think we all know these folks. And they're going to tell you and sell you why SWAAAE and SWAAAE is right for you. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Mo, Larry, and Curly.
Wow. Okay, I have no idea how I'm going to follow that, but apparently I'm supposed to try. All right, clicker. Okay, so as our esteemed first vice president mentioned, we're here to talk to you a little bit about SWAAAE and SWAAAE and some of the benefits. A lot of new things have taken place and or programs are put in place, so we're just going to share a little bit about that with you. And I'm going to be focusing on the SWAAAE aspect. So I'm going to jump right in. So why are we here? Now, I'm not talking about the, esoteric question of the universe kind of why are we here. What are you doing down there? Ah, the moderator. No, I'm talking about why are we here at this conference. I mean, it's all about professional development, and that takes a lot of different forms. But essentially, we're here to invest in ourselves, our future, and the future of our industry. And I don't need to go through the slides to tell you all that because you're here. So let's talk a little bit about SWAAAE. It's kind of the mothership, For those of you that don't know, and for those of you that maybe have been around for a while and might appreciate a reminder, this organization has been around since 1928. We have almost 5,400 members, and I think 3,600 or so are airport members, representing over 850 airports in the country. So it's a pretty substantial organization, and it's been around a long time. So I like this slide. This is my drink the Kool-Aid slide. So some things that are happening at SWAAAE. There's a new website. I don't know if you've been on it yet, but it's pretty cool. And I'm just going to show you some screenshots from the website. But there's, some of the things you're used to seeing. The job opportunities, if you're looking for that next job, the different business opportunity postings, RFPs, et cetera. If you're on a committee, this is pretty cool. This is something new. They've added communities. So if you're on any of the SWAAAE committees, they have a community just for you where they share information, documents, conversations, that sort of stuff. There's also a vendor search, of course, membership directory. There's a lot of academic and student resources. So for you students, this is a great asset. And then the information library. So just some quick screenshots. This is the vendor search page. So if you're looking for a company, a specific service, there's a lot of different vendors listed on here. And then you've got the membership directory. And you can, got a name, got an airport, city, something like that. You're just looking for, you've got one search criteria, and you can go in there and narrow it down. And I mentioned the academic and student resources. This is actually just like a small part of this page. It covers a lot of information. What's not shown on this screenshot is they also have information about internships. So especially if you're getting ready to graduate or if you're looking for that internship during the summer, there's a lot of information there. The information library, this is cool. So I'll just talk real quickly about the top portion. That's like a plethora of documents, and you see there's main library, but then there's also, if you were to click that down arrow, there's the accreditation papers. So that's really useful. There's accreditation papers written on so many different topics. So the information is really helpful if you're looking for something that was written recently. Whose phone's ringing? Somebody who left. That's okay. I just saw that Hudson was going to try to fix it, so I thought I'd call you out. But it wasn't Hudson's phone. It wasn't his phone. Anyway, so if you're looking to write your accreditation paper, you can also see what's already been written, so you're not duplicating it. But there's a ton of information in there. So if you've got a situation, a problem, whatever it is, and you're curious to see how other airports have addressed it, You can find it in there. And also, as a member airport, you can contribute to it, and our corporate sponsors and folks as well. AAA is accepting new information all the time on here. At the bottom section, you'll see they've got, if you are looking for seminar handouts, you can sort for those, and there's a ton of employment information. And it's kind of hard to see, but there's a couple of links down there at the bottom. I'm going to show you a couple of them. I'm going to try to show you a couple of them. There you go. So they've got the 5010 reports. This is Sky Harbor's. I just put this one up as an example. But you can go in and type in the airport name, and you can get the 5010 airport management reports, or master records, sorry. Another thing is there's a lot of airline safety and security information on there. I didn't know about this. I'm leaving it up there to see how many of you laugh. Just saying. I laughed. Yeah, that was totally unexpected. And marijuana rules. There's lots of information out there. So, yeah, you California and Coloradonians, I don't know what you call it. Denver Broncos fans, yeah. So the marijuana rules. But there's a lot of information out there, and that's just a few things. So I don't know how many of you know this, but AAA has a new app, a new phone app, mobile app, whatever. And it's actually really cool. It's kind of like it's a mobile version of the website to a large degree. If you are a member and you have a login to AAA, you can use the same thing on the web app, or excuse me, the mobile app. And you can get notifications. You can sign up to get, notifications as things happen. You can get information about meetings on there. You can even register online, download the various agendas, plan your sessions, that kind of stuff. You can update your member profile. And there's just tons of information, and they're still working on it. This is relatively new, so it's constantly being upgraded, and new aspects are being added to it. So some other benefits. These are, not too uncommon, but there's a lot of publications. You get the airport magazine, and then you get a lot of different email sort of notifications from the different publications, Aviation News, Aviation Week. There's also some one-on-one videos on there. Todd Hopley does, and it's really cool. Some really interesting interviews. And there's a lot of different discounts, of course. Like most organizations, you get a discount if you're a member to go to the conference. There's a member rate. But AAA also offers 10% discounts for Hertz. The Priority Pass, which is like for airline lounge, if you're at an airport, and you just have a Priority Pass that will get you into a bunch of different participating lounges. They have 15% discounts on those. And the airport purchasing group, there's 25% discount, I think, for up to 3 folks. So there's a lot of partnerships there that offer financial incentives. ANTN, if you haven't used this yet, you're totally missing out. It is a fantastic tool. It's very affordable. It's a subscription rate, and your entire organization has access to it. It's 24/7, 365. So it doesn't matter if you're third shift, second shift, first shift, whatever. You can get online, and they're on-demand videos on just about everything you can think of in terms of airport management. There's a fantastic amount of information on there, and it's traceable. By traceable, I mean it keeps track of the videos you watch, and some of them have tests that you can take, and you complete them, and you get different certificates, different levels achieved, and an airport can get recognized for their involvement in ANTN, and it's just a great resource. And one of the cool things, and I didn't know about this, is if you're accredited and you need to get those continuing education units, you can actually get them through ANTN videos. And I was surprised. It's already been on there for more than 10 years. The Airport Innovation Accelerator, this is something that's fairly new. I think it was launched in November. And essentially, it's designed to drive innovation to address those really pressing issues at airports. And it does that through community mentoring and services. And by that, I mean what AAA is doing is they're recognizing that there are businesses out there that maybe don't know how to do business with airports. So they're mentoring them, and they're teaching them how to come to market with these innovative ideas and partnering with the airports that are having these problems. So they've launched that recently, and they're looking to bring to market some things that will hopefully help us move forward as well. I know I'm pushing it. Hey, Mark, you're going to ask a question right here in the middle of my presentation? Okay, I need someone to click. Oh. Okay.
26 applicants to add value to the membership.
Yes, I think a number of us received an email from Bruce Carter on that, that there was such a large volume of interest. So yeah, that's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that comes out. So briefly, for those of you, I'm going to ask, raise of hands, how many of you are already SWAAAE members of the mothership? Okay, so there's still a few of you that are not. So if you're interested, if you're in this room, chances are you fall into one of these categories. And this is just some general information for you. Full-time airport employees, you're either executive or affiliate. Executive means you're accredited. Otherwise, you're affiliate. Participating, that's if you've got like a member of your board, or if you're, say, a public works director, so you're not full-time at an airport anymore. We have a few of those. They would potentially be a participating member. Associate, it's basically if you don't fall into any other category, but you're just really interested and you want to be a member, you can be a member. A corporate, very much like our own here at the Southwest chapter. Military and academic graduate, that's intentionally a lower rate to make it affordable, but the military is offered to active duty military as well as Department of Defense employees. And then there's the academic graduate, but then there's also regular academic, basically undergraduate. Okay. So other benefits to membership, accreditation and certification. Now, if you know me, you know I had to go here. It's my job. I'm pretty sure it's in the job description for the Board of Examiners that we talk about this. But I'm also going to talk about ACE, the Airport Certified Employee, and then touch on the certified member as well as accreditation. Talk a little bit about the benefits. Yes, there really are, other than just achievement, there are some actual tangible benefits, and there are lots of resources. So ACE. It's been around for over a dozen years, and it was developed in order to be able to provide basically Part 139 very focused training. And there's 5 different programs now, and there's an enrollment fee for each one, and you can pick and choose. You don't have to do all of them. There's operations, airfield lighting, communications, security, and trusted agent. With the fee comes all the study materials. You can download it. You can buy it hard copy if you really want to. And for the studying aspect, you can self-study. A lot of people do that, but they also offer review courses at an additional fee, and they vary from 2 to 4 days depending on the course. And at the end of the course, they will do the test. And the cool thing is you can earn college credits. So if you're working towards a degree, you get half a credit if it's self-study, 1.5 credits if you go to one of the courses. And it's through the University of Phoenix, which has a lot of reciprocal agreements for college credit. And the way you earn your ACE in any one of those categories is by passing a test. It's 100 questions. It's a paper format. This one's not online yet. It's multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank. And you can take the test at a workshop. You know, if you go to one of those review courses, AAAE offers it some of their conferences. And you can also have it proctored. And a proctor can be anyone who's an active accredited member, a college professor, or even a high school principal. And it can be proctored on site. And by on-site, I mean in your hometown kind of thing. There's no fee to take it the first time when you sign up. If you do need to retake it, it's a $75 fee. You do have to complete it within 5 years of enrollment. So and that's any one of them. And you don't have to sign up for all of them. Like I said, if you sign up for operations, you want to complete that one within 5 years. And if you sign up a different one, then the clock starts ticking for that one. It does not go towards your CM. However, if you are at a GA airport or you don't have as much Part 139 experience as you would like to have, it could be a great kind of prerequisite prior to studying for and taking your CM exam. It gives you a really good foundation. Okay, so the CM is kind of the next step up. How many of you in here have at least your CM? Okay, quite a few. All right, awesome. So it's based upon what we affectionately call the body of knowledge. It used to be on the Wells textbook, and then a number of years ago it was SWAAAE put it into 15 modules, and now they got it down to 4. Oh, see? We got modules right there. Awesome. Show and tell. So it's finance and administration, planning, construction, and environmental, operations, security, maintenance, and communications and community relations. So again, by exam. This one's 180 questions. It's all multiple choice, and you have 3 hours. So that, do the math, that's 1 minute a question. And it's almost exclusively administered online now, which is, I've heard a lot of really good feedback about that. It can still be offered in the paper format. If you go to the Loretta Scott Academy or have an on-site, that's only in the paper format because usually there's not enough computers for everyone to take it online. But it's a $200 enrollment fee, and as I mentioned, there are a number of different study opportunities. The Loretta Scott Academy is a great opportunity to prepare for the CM. You are completely entrenched, ensconced there. You're not at home anymore. You don't have the distractions of work and home, so you can basically go to the review course all day, study at night, and then at the end of the week, you take the exam. It has the highest pass rate. I think we're right around 89% pass rate because you can do that. There's also the opportunity to do on-site courses, basically bring AAAE to you. And I know LAX and Phoenix have both done this in the past, and it's usually who does it is the larger airports because they've got a lot of people. And so financially, it makes sense to do that. And when the larger airports do that, AAAE will allow other airports to participate if there are slots available, but they have to be in that same state. So we've worked with, I think it was Laughlin Bullhead had someone come and attend ours, and I know LAWA had some folks from other areas in LA County attend. Another thing that they've started recently, if you're on the self-study, that's your preference, there is a webinar series, a 10-part webinar series, and its focus is done by the same folks who write the modules and teach the review courses, but it focuses on some of the really technical and more complicated areas of the modules to help people as they're preparing for the CM exam. And I think they're $95 a webinar, and if you buy all 10 of them, you get like a $100 discount or something like that. We've done that as well at Sky Harbor. And of course, there's no additional cost if you just want to study on your own. And there's no cost to take the exam once you sign up for the program fee, but again, $75 retake fee, and you do have to wait 90 days before you can retake it. Currently, we have over 1,300 active CMs, and that's about 25% of our membership. And it's not just airport folks. There are a lot of consultants and members of different classifications that are CMs. I don't know if Jessica Bryan, are you in the room? So she earned her CM as a consultant. She wanted to understand more about the airport perspective so she could be a better service to her clients. So, and I know a lot of other people have done that as well. And if you're interested and you get a chance to talk to her, I'm sure she can give you all kinds of great information. But there's a lot of different categories of members that can participate in the CM program, and they're listed there. Pretty much, if you're in this room, you can do it. Okay, now the crowning jewel, if you will, the Accredited Airport Executive. This program was established in 1954, so it's been around a while, and it's evolved over the years. And we currently have 471 active accredited airport executives. So that's less than 10% of our membership. So it's a pretty distinguishing factor, I would say. It's something that definitely sets you apart because there's a lot of work that goes into it. And those that have gone through the process, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to pretend like it's an easy accomplishment. There's a lot of time invested in it. And I applaud those of you that have done that. So the requirement to enroll, if you haven't already done this, you need to be an affiliate member, which means you work full-time at an airport. You have to be at least 21 years old and have a 4-year degree or 8 years of civil airport experience, and it's a 2-for-1 exchange, so it can be some combination thereof. And you have to have worked at least a year at an airport. And then, of course, you got to complete the application. I mean, what's a process without an application, right? So that was to just sign up. Now to complete it, you have to have at least 3 years in airport management. You have to have been working 3 years. So that basically assumes you have to take at least 2 years to go through the program, which is probably fair. AAAE requires that you sign a code of ethics. Accredited airport executives are essentially the leaders in the industry, and they believe in having a strong code of ethics. So before you can even sit for the final interview, you have to basically say, yes, I'm going to adhere to this. You need to provide a current resume to demonstrate that you actually are qualified. And then, you got to pass all 3 phases. It's those little details. Okay, I already talked about the CM. If you've signed up for the CM, it's only $50 more to basically upgrade to the accreditation program. Or you can sign up all at once and just do the $250. It's the same cost either way. You do need to complete your accreditation within 5 years of signing up for the accreditation. If you just sign up for the CM, there's no time limit on that one, but once you pull the trigger on the accreditation enrollment, it's 5 years. Then SWAAAE starts to charge you $100 a year. Just as a little friendly reminder, hey, you remember that thing you were gonna do? Well, you might wanna do it. Otherwise, send us $100. If you choose, and it's just not the right time for you, and you withdraw from the program, you just gotta pay the $250 again if you decide to sign up later on. You do not lose your CM. If you've earned your CM, that never goes away. You just gotta pay the $250 to, start back up again. Once you earn your accreditation, to maintain it, you have to keep your membership current within SWAAAE and full-time employment in airport management, and you've got to meet the continuing education requirements, which aren't that complicated or difficult. There's basically 55 CEUs in a 3-year rolling period. Now, if you attend one conference a year, if you go to the annual conference, say, you're done. That's fine, because that's 24 continuing education units right there. I believe we have 12 for this conference. I will confirm. So, and it's on a rolling 3-year basis. There's a lot of other opportunities. You can mentor candidates. You can be on final interviews, and I mentioned ANTN. So there's a lot of ways to keep your education requirements current. So what's the impact? Why do it? Well, there's a lot. When I meet with candidates, one of the first things I ask them is, why do you want this? Why is this important to you? Because everyone's motivated differently. But one of the things that happens is you now go from affiliate member to executive member. And that makes you eligible for a lot of things. You get to vote on SWAAAE business. So maybe you've been a member of SWAAAE for a long time. You just thought they never voted on anything. No, it's just only accredited members are notified that it's time to vote on something. So that's anything from the budget to the bylaws and all of that sort of stuff. You also are eligible for SWAAAE Foundation scholarships. You've probably heard about this program, but the cool thing is it's you, your spouse, your children are eligible to apply for these scholarships. And this has been around since 1989, and over $3.3 million in scholarships have been awarded, and about 2,000 scholarships. So it's not an insignificant sum of money. And something they recently instituted is if you aren't going to use it and you don't have kids or they're not going to use it, you can actually sponsor someone else who otherwise would not be eligible to apply for those scholarships. So it's a really, really great perk of being accredited. You're also eligible to be nominated for and awarded the Distinguished Service Award. And SWAAAE requires that if you're going to be in the leadership of the organization, run for the executive board, the chairs, you have to be accredited. So if you're interested in leadership at the national level, you gotta get this one first. And then of course, these are the shameless plugs. Yay, you can be an accreditation mentor. You can help mentor the next person who's working on their accreditation. And it's a very rewarding experience, and I say that from personal experience. You can be on a final interview panel, so once you complete that, you're sitting on one side of the table, you get to sit on the other side of the table. And hey, you can be on the board of examiners. Be like me. Always looking at succession planning. The board of examiners is a fantastic opportunity, and I encourage people who are interested in it to find out more, and I'm happy to answer any questions on that. Some slightly more tangible benefits. When you're accredited, you get a complimentary meeting registration. That means, NAC, annual conference, whatever it is. It used to be that those didn't qualify, but they do now. So any SWAAAE conference except for Hawaii. Sorry, that one's not covered. But all the others. So you get to go to a conference. You get a cool plaque and a shirt and a pin. So, you're part of the club. We teach you the secret handshake. And there's a lot of effort to recognize this accomplishment. It goes out in emails and press releases, and they do Facebook posts and all kinds of stuff. Oh, and at the annual conference every year, they put the name of every person who's gotten accredited in that year up on the display during the banquet, and then they draw a name, and that person does get to go to Aviation Issues Conference in Hawaii. So at least one person gets to do that. I did not win the year, darn. Oh, of course you did. Scotty did, that's right. He wins everything. Oh my gosh, he always wins. And here's another thing that's really kind of cool. Your boss gets notified of your accomplishment. So it gets elevated within your own organization. which I think is pretty cool. And usually, I think the shirt and the plaque and stuff actually goes to your boss so that they can present it to you, so that you can be recognized in front of your peers. And then, of course, if you stay in the organization, stay an active accredited member, you get a complimentary executive emeritus membership when you retire. Okay. I'm winding down here, almost done, folks. Resources. I'm not going to talk a lot about SWAAAE, but the one thing I do want to mention is SWAAAE and Arizona Airports Association, and I can only speak because I'm from Arizona. I don't know if any of the California associations do this. Thank you, Gladys. They offer scholarships. So if you're looking to attend the Loretta Scott Academy, or you need to go to a conference to sit for your final interview, they have professional accreditation and certification scholarships. And then also, once you earn your accreditation, they both offer stipends. SWAAAE offers a $500 stipend, and ASA offers $250. I believe with SWAAAE, you have to have been a member, you're a member in good standing, you've been a member for at least 2 years. SWAAAE also has an incentive program. This is especially good for smaller airports. Your airport can sign up for this program, and basically SWAAAE will match up to $1,500 of the expenses that go into earning the accreditation, especially if you need to travel. Other resources, the Board of Examiners. There's 10 of us, and there's others. I know Danette was on the Board of Examiners, and so fantastic resources are available to you. For help and questions. And other AAEs and mentors, there's a number of them in the room. There's a few I've talked to that I'm going to pull in to hopefully be mentors going forward. And then, shameless plug, final interview workshop every year at this conference. We just did it on Saturday. And then it's also offered at the National Airports Conference, which this year, if you want to go see Mickey, it's in Orlando on October 1st. Oh, this is just a picture of all the Board of Examiners. In the event you decide to become accredited or get involved as a mentor, chances are you're going to meet some of these folks. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Chad to talk to you about SWAAAE. Thank you so much.
All right, Jennifer, I'm getting the hint. I'm Chad Makowski, CM, not Chad Makowski, AAE, so I've got some work cut out for me. Well, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to touch on, just briefly, some of the SWAAAE benefits. I suspect most of you know many, if not all, of the SWAAAE benefits because you're here, and that's one of the biggest benefits. I was talking to one of our near and dear friends, Mark Witso. I don't know if he's in the room or not. There he is in the back. Just the other night we were talking about it, and Mark shared with me, you know what? He said, Chad, the lifeblood of SWAAAE is the conferences that we do, and that's something that resonated with me because that's where we all come together. We celebrate our problems, but we also talk about how we can come together and fix some of those issues and move forward in a unified way. I certainly, at my level in our organization, have gone to Washington, D.C. far more than I'd like to. And what I've recognized in D.C. In particular is that when we talk with our industry partners, the airlines, some of our other stakeholders, they're very organized in Washington, and they're very effective at making sure that their needs are met. And we, as an airport organization, we are that extension of our community. We have our own individual problems, but we must come together to be able to address our issues, whether it's legislative issues, regulatory issues, in an effective way. And SWAAAE and AAAE are fantastic at helping us and providing resources for us to do that. So with that, let's just talk just briefly about conferences. So really, I think the benefit of SWAAAE with conferences is that they're close by. They're within the region. It's generally not that expensive. A lot of times you can even drive to the conferences instead of flying. Although we're in the aviation business, we have to support our business, right? So I try to fly when I can. But one thing that I've noticed about SWAAAE that's different, quite frankly, I'd argue it's unique in the industry, is what we're seeing here with these bubble cams, and we're live streaming this conference right now. So membership, even if they weren't able to make it here, if they want to plug in, they can actually see and get some of the information that we're sharing today. What a tremendous resource for the entire team. So I think we're really on the leading edge in terms of conferences. Discounts. I don't know if many of you know that, and I suspect many of you don't know about membership discounts because very few airports are taking advantage of it. Airports, actually, there's a group discount rate now in SWAAAE. So instead of paying the $85 per person, as an airport, you can subscribe for $850, and you can subscribe up to 20 of your members of your airport to participate in SWAAAE and get the benefits of SWAAAE. So that works out to be half price, basically, $42.50. And then any additional, and Kathy, correct me if I'm wrong, but any additional person above that 20 can still subscribe at that $42.50 rate. So that's a fantastic benefit, and I really hope everybody thinks about taking advantage of that. In addition to that, corporate, also there is a discount program for corporate membership, and we absolutely appreciate the support of our corporate members, and we'd really encourage you to take advantage of those discounts as well. So in terms of scholarships, we have several scholarships available. Anything from $500 to $1,000 for the airport short course or annual summer conference. So if your employer, for whatever reason, is cash constrained, budget's constrained, what have you, there's an opportunity for you to actually get a scholarship to come to these events and participate and network, and we think that's fantastic. Up to $2,000 in professional development benefits, and Jennifer was just talking about that. The Loretta Scott written exam review, the ACE courses, the final interview workshop, all of those are available, and you can actually get money to do that, to help you with your professional growth, and again, that's wonderful. And then academic scholarships. So we offer a couple of different academic scholarships. One of our corporate partners, I believe Mead & Hunt, offers a $1,500 annual scholarship to Michael A. Shute. It's a scholarship, obviously, for folks who are committed to going to school and continuing their education. And the chapter itself also offers a $1,500 scholarship. Professional networking. Quite frankly, I was just thinking about this morning's session. Steve did a wonderful job talking about SMS. I think he's breathing new life into safety. I've never seen such an engaging discussion about safety management. It's something we hear about year after year after year, and it's like, okay, it's another SMS talk. But I actually was very excited to, at the end of this, and I think Steve did a wonderful job of showing some enthusiasm in what we do. So much so that I'm actually thinking about seeing if he'll let me send a couple folks up to Denver to learn a little bit more about their program. I wouldn't have known that had I not been here and participated in this session. Professional networking, of course, that's just a huge piece of it. Awards and recognition, we have several awards that we give out each year. Airport Executive of the Year, the Robert Wanamaker Award, the Aviation Excellence Award, Corporate Excellence Award, SWAAAE Award of Distinction, President's Award. We give out a bunch of them, and some of them we'll be giving out tonight, I believe, at the banquet dinner? Summer. Oh, summer, I'm sorry. I thought there were a couple that we were giving out tonight, so my mistake on that. And then Kathy's going to take you through our website. One of the cool things I think about our website is SWAAAE has really made a commitment to being very transparent. And there is so much documentation and history in our website. It just takes a few minutes to go through it, very intuitive and easy to navigate, and I know Kathy will share more about that shortly. So I wanted to talk a little bit about and this is kind of a shameless plug because I'm the head of the credentials committee right now, so I want to talk a little bit about the CAE program. What was interesting to me as I was looking at the CAE program is less than 20% of our executive members are CAEs today. And it's my goal to improve that. I think there's a real opportunity for us to show the value, the benefit of the CAE and get folks encouraged to apply. It's not a very hard process. It just takes a little bit of time and investment, and it shows that you're giving back to the association, and you get this esteemed credential, which I think is very important. So why the CAE? It recognizes leadership, competence, and really your commitment to professional excellence. It's also a way to recognize your commitment to SWAAAE and your commitment to giving back to the association that's helped you grow. And it's a way for SWAAAE to promote leadership development within our chapter. It really enhances our sense of belonging and inclusion, quite frankly, in this crazy business that we deal with day in and day out throughout the years. So am I qualified? What do I need to do to become a CAE? I'm really here to demystify it. I think a lot of folks find that perhaps this is confusing. They don't understand the process. So I wanted to kind of walk you through a couple of very easy, simple steps here. First, you need to be an executive member of SWAAAE. And so how do you know if you're an executive member? A real easy way is to go to the website. You can look up your name, your profile. It'll tell you what level category you currently are in with SWAAAE. If for some reason you think you are in the wrong category, I'm certain you could send a note to Kathy or to me, and we could investigate that and make sure that you're at the appropriate classification. What is an executive member? So it's one of our classifications, and Article 3 of SWAAAE's bylaws say that persons who exercise active management, supervision, and administration of public use airports, and there's a little bit of criteria that's in the bylaws that explains it in a little more detail, but that's what qualifies you to become an executive member. So the second thing is you must participate in at least one committee for at least 6 months. And really, this is a way for you to, again, engage. This is a volunteer effort. People get into the committees that's what makes our organization successful, is folks dedicating time and participating in these types of committees. We have all kinds of committees to choose from. We have accreditation committees, all the conference committees. Gladys, of course, did a wonderful job here with the short course. We have bylaws committees, credentials committees, ethics committees, finance committees. We have all kinds of committees for you to engage and participate in, and we are looking for your help. So it should be very easy. I think if you sent a note to any of the committee chairs and said, hey, I'd like to learn more about your committee, we would welcome you aboard because all the additional help is always welcome. Information and contacts for all the committees are available on our SWAAAE website. All you have to do is go on there, and I'm sure Kathy will show you where that is. You click on the link, and it'll send an email directly to the committee chair's email address. In terms of professional experience, what we're looking for is 6 years in active airport management. That's in the bylaws, and you need to be currently employed in airport management in the SWAAAE region. And you need to be either in the top 4 levels of your organization as a medium or large hub airport, top 3 levels at a smaller non-hub, and top 2 levels at a GA airport. Note the asterisk on the bottom. And so what the bylaws have done is they've given the credentialing committee the opportunity to look at equivalent experience. And so if you don't meet that criteria, any of those, if you have a little bit less than 6 years of airport management, if you are maybe at a certain level in your organization where you have the responsibilities, but just because of the way the organization chart is laid out, you're maybe not within that top criteria, we can make that case and we'll evaluate that. We'll look at your alternative and equivalent experience to determine whether you're eligible for the CAE. What we're looking for in terms of the application process, the application is available on the website, so all you have to do is download the application. It's a PDF document. Fill it out, just some basic information. We ask that you submit your organizational chart, a cover letter, and a resume. And really, when I say cover letter, that's really all we're looking for. So we don't want 5, 6, 10, 15-page narrative of your experience. We're looking for 1 to 2 pages. Give us a basic background of what your experience is in the industry and how your experience relates to each of those categories on the left-hand side of the slide. If for some reason you don't meet certain criterias, there are other things that we can consider, as I mentioned, and that's on the right-hand side. Tell us about the length and breadth of your airport experience. Tell us about your post-secondary education. Do you have a bachelor's degree or do you have a master's degree in something? Are you a certified member of SWAAAE? Are you an accredited member? And tell us a little bit more about your participation in the association. Somebody may not quite fit the criteria in the other categories, but they're a very dedicated participant in SWAAAE, and we would absolutely take that into consideration when deciding whether or not you'd be eligible for the CAE. So where do you go to apply? I just go to the SWAAAE website. At the top, you'll see a membership benefits or member benefits link. You click that drop down and you go to certification, and that's where you'll find the PDF. My email address is also there, so feel free to just send me a note if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to walk you through the process. And soon, we're very excited. We're continuing to streamline this application process and the credentialing committee process. Soon we plan to have all of this available to just do online, so you don't have to download something and email it to me or send a paper copy or anything like that. With Kathy's help and SWAAAE's help, we're hoping to be able to make that a much more seamless and integrated process. And so with that, we talked a little bit about the membership benefits there. I believe with that, we're going to turn it over to Kathy, who will take you through our website.
I will, and I'm actually going to step to the back of the room so I can demonstrate the website live. Okay, perfect. So I know we've discussed a few benefits that you can find on our website, but I'm really going to touch on some of the new additions we've made to the website, as well as a few refreshers we've done to existing benefits. So the first, as we all know, we have the great ability to live stream our conference sessions, thanks to our technology committee chair, Wes Davis, as well as the board of directors. And not only can we live stream our conference sessions, but we can also post the video recordings to our website. So you can find all of the past event presentations on our website under past event presentations. And one thing to note as this page loads is that you do need to be logged into your membership account in order to access this page, because this is a member-only benefit. If you are not logged in, it will prompt you to do so before you can access this page. So we do have quite a few past presentations. So we have really good history on our website. And we'll go to the 2015 Annual Summer Conference as an example, as this was the first conference we used the live streaming capability. And you can see the links to the videos that are available are under each individual session. So we have a little description of the session as well as the speakers. And if you click the link, it will pull you right to our YouTube channel, and you can watch the full video here. And I know the board of directors, it's something we've actually been in discussion about for future conferences, about possibly coming up with a fee structure for non-members to participate in our conference through the live streaming capability, and offering a discounted registration for those to participate. So that may be coming, but for now it is a member benefit and free for any members to access and live stream our conference sessions. I know we briefly talked about the scholarships that SWAAAE offers, but I do want to note that we recently converted all of the applications to an electronic format. So as Chad mentions, we're hoping to do so for the SWAAAE program, but we did switch over the scholarship applications, so they are now all electronic and posted on our website. You can find that under member benefits and scholarships. So they're all listed here with a description of each scholarship as well as the amount, and you can click apply now under any of the scholarship to apply online. And again, it is important to be logged into your membership account before you start the process, because it will pre-populate that contact information for you. So it saves just a few steps of typing in your contact information. And again, those are available mostly to members. There may be one scholarship that's available to non-members, but majority are member-only benefit. And also under membership benefits, we have our Career Center. So here, as a SWAAAE member, this is private again to members only, you can post job openings. If you're looking for a job, you can post your resume here. You can also subscribe to the Career Center. So if you're interested in receiving an email notification every time a new job posting is posted or someone posts a resume, you can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button, and you will start receiving those emails, which is a nice additional feature. And you can search for all of the available job openings. You can do a specific search if you wish. You can search by keyword, city or state, but if you want to search the entire database, you'll just leave all of the fields blank and click search. And you can see all of the current postings here. They're also promoted in our SWAAAE alerts, which we send out typically twice a month. And this is current. We do check the listings every day. Once the listing expires or we're notified that the position has been filled, we do remove the listing. And a very similar process for RFPs and RFQs. So we do have that posting on our website as well. So you can see here all of the current RFPs and RFQs. And these, again, are also promoted in SWAAAE alerts. And if you're interested in submitting an RFP or RFQ, you can do so electronically on our website. Clicking here, if you're logged in, it will pre-populate your organization, and then you can fill in the rest. And you actually can also upload additional documentation. So if you want to include additional information, if you have a separate instructions for submissions, you can include additional documentation here as well. And one of the newer features that we launched a few months ago is our chapter support form, which you can find under the Industry News and Resources tab. And this forum was created for members seeking support from SWAAAE as a chapter. So for example, if your airport or organization is battling with an industry-related issue and looking for support from SWAAAE as a chapter, we encourage our members to reach out through our website by completing this form, and then the submissions are sent to a board of directors, and they review each submission to determine the level of support our chapter can provide. And this is another benefit that has been promoted in SWAAAE alerts, but I did want to point out where the form is on our website. You do not need to be a member to access this form and complete it, but of course, we encourage all members looking for support to complete this form here. Okay, and another new membership benefit, which we have not promoted yet, so we're kind of doing a soft launch here at this conference, are the member message boards. Hopefully we can get it to load. Okay. So the corporate directors worked together with the management team at SWAAAE and as well as the board of directors to create this platform to allow SWAAAE members to share the general information with one another. It's a great messaging platform to use to discuss industry-related news, issues, or questions that you may have. Again, you do need to be logged into your account to pull up this message board. And the way that it's structured is very similar to a blog or forum. So you can see here the recent posts. And again, this is a kind of a soft launch here. So we'll pull up a post as we were testing a few months ago. So here's an example of a message posted to the message board about an upcoming event. This was again back in September as we were testing. And you can see the full content of the message here. And the nice thing is if you subscribe to the message board, you'll receive an email notification every time a message is posted, and that email will have the full content of the message within the email. So we're not asking you to log into your account, go through a few steps just to read the message. So it'll be sent right to your inbox, and then you can either, if you wish to comment, you can do so offline through email, or you can log into the message board if you would like to start that conversation with other SWAAAE members. So you can post a comment if you wish. And you can manage your own subscriptions. So if you do not wish to receive an email notification every time a message is posted, you can turn those subscriptions off. You also have the option to receive an email every time a comment is made to a message as well. But again, you're in full control to turn that on and off as you wish. And within the next few weeks, we will be sending an email out to all of our members, encouraging them to start using this new feature and how to subscribe, and we'll include detailed instructions. But we also do have instructions for first-time users here on the website. So if you did want to get a head start, if you're interested before you see that email go out, feel free to start using this feature. The detailed instructions, there's a link here. And the instructions include how to subscribe to the message board, how to make a new post to the message board, as well as how to comment and turn on and off those email subscriptions. And then after you've subscribed, if you just want instructions on how to make a post or comment, there's returning users instructions. The only real difference is the first-time user instructions include details of how to subscribe to the blog and turn on and off those email notifications. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have our membership directory. So similar to Nationals, but here you can search SWAAAE's entire membership database. The nice thing is once a member updates their profile, if they have a new email address or title, it is automatically updated in the membership directory. So as current as you keep your profile, that allows SWAAAE members to search for the most accurate and up-to-date information. You can search by first and last name, company or employer, city and state. If you wish to search the entire membership database, you can do so by leaving all of the fields blank. And again, there is a note to make sure that you are signed into your account. If you're not, you will not pull up any search results. So you do need to be signed in. And a new feature that we did add is that you can now search by business type. So for corporate members, we did ask that they update their membership account to select the different types of businesses they wish to be searchable by. So we did add that feature. So if you're looking for a specific member in our database by business type, you can now search by that. And we mirrored these different categories, again, by National's website. But if you have a suggestion of a different type of business that you feel would be a benefit to search by, certainly let me know, and that's a simple change that we can make. And for example, we'll look at consulting/contracting. And again, this pulls up 17 search results. We did just announce this new benefit a few months ago. So I believe some corporate members may still be needing to log in to update their profile. So just a reminder, if you haven't already done so, and if you have any questions, I can certainly help you update that profile, or anybody at SWAAAE headquarters can help with that. And you just simply log into your membership account and click Edit Profile, and you can select different business types. Although you can only search by one, you as a member can log in and select multiple types of businesses to be searchable by. And I know Chad did mention the different committees, so I did just want to point that out where that is on the website. It's under About Us and Committees. And here is where we list all of the current chairs of the committee. So if you are interested in joining a committee, all of their contact information as far as their email is listed here. And again, if you have any questions, you can certainly reach out to me or any of the current committee chairs, and we'd be happy to answer any of those questions for you, but we're always looking for volunteers. We also do have governing documents, so our bylaws, policy decisions, all of the current documents, those are available on our website, as well as the financials, so that is public information if you're ever interested in accessing any of those documents. And then the meeting agendas and minutes for the past year of Board of Directors meetings, as well as general membership meetings and corporate member meetings. So all of that is available on the website. Are there any questions? I know I'm kind of in the back, but before I jump to the Facebook page, I just want to give a quick reminder that SWAAAE does have our own Facebook page, so if you haven't liked it, please log in and do so. All of the photos from our conferences are posted here on our Facebook as well as on our website as well. And so you can share any information you'd like to our Facebook page. If you want to post a photo, feel free, and make sure to use the hashtag MRY2016 for this conference. And other than that, if there's no questions, I'll come back to the front.
So I'm hoping we have a lot of questions and dialogue here, because I don't know if everybody realized what all of the magnificent benefits we have with AAA and SWAAAE. So I got a couple questions for the audience. How many people are SWAAAE members? Okay, how many people are CAEs? Not as many. How many people want to be CAEs now that Chad sold it? That's it? Come on, bring it up. It's an easy process. It's great recognition. You get a beautiful plaque and a banquet. It's just a wonderful opportunity. So we're hoping to strive this home, and this next conference coming up in the summertime, we see a lot of CAEs. It's worth it. It's a benefit, so we want to sell that. How many people are AAAE members? How many people are accredited? I'll put my hand down too. How many people want to get accredited now after that sell? Woo! How many people want to write the paper for me? Oh, all right, never mind. Message board, brand new, soft opening. We're excited to utilize that. I remember there was I can't remember the organization, maybe Todd or Rod remembers there in California, you guys had a message board thing that used to blast emails out when people had questions a lot. It was fantastic. I was in Arizona, but I would be logged in, and we used to get that. So we want to try that and enhance that for SWAAAE. So we really encourage everybody to do that. With that, I'll open up to any questions for this illustrious panel. Concerns, comments, complaints, anything? Yes, ma'am.
I'm very much interested in getting my CM because obviously right now I don't have enough experience to get the AAE. But my understanding or my reading of the regulations was that I have to work at a 139 airport. Is that correct?
No, to earn your CM, you don't even have to work at an airport. You can be an affiliate member, participating member, associate member, academic, military. So there's a lot of different membership categories that can earn the CM.
Okay, so then just to, maybe I got confused. Is it in order to get the AAE, I have to work at a 139?
You don't have to work at a Part 139. You just have to work full-time at a public use airport.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Yes, sir.
So this comes with a question to the audience, but a comment. How many know that the board meetings that we hold, specifically here at the summer conference, are open to the members? Do you guys all know that? Because we only get a few people that show up, so you're welcome to come and participate in and watch the board meeting itself. That's how I got my start here 12 years ago, coming to the board meeting, and thought it was a cool thing to do.
Anything else? If not, again, I'd like to thank the panel. I'd like to offer all three panel members the Wounded Warriors certificate donation on behalf of SWAAAE as their gift, and we appreciate your time. Thank you very much.